Hello and welcome back to Shelf Love. I'm Shama, and one of the reasons that I'm here just to let you know that I'm still alive. And the second and most important reason that I'm here that 2025's 4 months have been gone, and there are so many books that I want to talk about. Honestly, I haven't read much books till now. It's just 16 books, but I still have some favorites amongst these books. So let's talk about them. This first book is about alienation, existential crisis, when a person does not feel like a person himself, when you do not feel that you are a human being anymore. So this book is called No Longer Human by Osamu Dazai, and this book has the story that revolves around this author himself, and he talks about his childhood, his adulthood, his marriages, and how throughout his life he has never felt like a human. He was always detached from the world and from the people he was around with, and due to which he has taken some wrong decisions. He went into constant drinking, smoking, Marxist political conflicts, and so many other things that he got involved himself into. But towards the end, it was a bit sad that he could not take it anymore, and okay, you have to read that book to know what happens. The next book is about a historical novel that revolves around Palestinian women, and the story is about some 3 generations of women and how they were oppressed because of Islam, because of patriarchy, because of misogyny of both men and women. The story is about a girl who gets to know some secrets about her past, about her parents, and how she connected to them, and how she thinks about her life currently. It's all about it. The story I'm talking about is A Woman Is No Man by Etta Frum. This book was so close to me because I was invested from the very beginning of this book, and it was all over the internet, so I had to read it. And of course, when it comes to feminism, I love all the writings of feminism. That's why I picked this book up, and I think you should. No matter if you're a man or a woman, you would definitely love this book. Now I'm talking to all the people who have read Lolita or know the story of Lolita by Vladimir Nabokov, because this story that I'm going to talk about is the reverse story of Lolita, where there is a woman called Vanessa who apparently falls in love with an older professor, and how their story goes into circles, and how they come back to each other every time, and how she was manipulated, but somehow she thinks she was not. She thinks that she is in love with this professor a lot, and how she has been brainwashed from the childhood. It's all about the story. So the book I'm talking about is My Dark Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell, and honestly saying, I could not actually read this book because it was really controversial, and it made me uncomfortable a lot uncomfortable, because pedophilia is just gets into my nerves. So I don't know what to say, but I absolutely loved the storyline, the plot. It was well written, well portrayed, characters, well developed, mindsets. So I cannot talk bad about it, but I think you should give it a read if you want to read something very controversial. The next author is pretty much well known to the literary world because recently she got the Nobel Prize, and yes, that's Han Kang, and I'm going to talk about Vegetarian. Though I have already talked about Vegetarian in one of my previous videos. Let me just brief it out for you. Vegetarian talks about a woman who turns into a vegetarian to feel the absolute togetherness with nature. The story is based on this woman, and there are other connected stories to her life, but the theme of ecofeminism and eco-criticism is very well put in this story, and I don't know how much efforts it must have taken Han Kang to write such a novel in such detailing. I think you should give it a read, because in the literary world, this would actually help you in your academics. Now let's talk about another book that is much talked of in the past days, and it's still been on Bookstagram and Booktube. And there is a professor who is dying, and there is a student who is meeting him on Tuesdays to discuss about life, about happiness, about love, about everything that is under the earth, and that we all know those things, but we never give that much thought to it. And of course, you must have guessed it, it's Tuesdays with Morrie by Mitch Albom. And honestly, I'm not somebody who likes non-fiction a lot, but this really got me, and I completed this book in 3-4 days, 3-4 days, because I had other works too. Anyway, I loved the book, and if you are looking for any non-fiction to start with, please do start from this one, because it will take you in a roller coaster ride. It's not your regular non-fiction. It has a story, it has a plot, and you will fall in love with Morrie till the end of your life. You will be thankful to me and Morrie. So one of my Bookstagram friends had posted about the book I'm going to talk about, that I should have read that book in Halloween, but at least I read it now, and this is a story about Bengal famine, and during that time how the Banerjee family was untouched by any problems, because they had certain secrets to hide. And there is Shakchuni, who is in the forest near the river, who comes into the house, and she just destroys the whole Banerjee family. And how, you'll get to know when you read Shakchuni by Arnav Rai. Truly the most unputdownable book I have read in a while, and you are up for a ride. And the revelations towards the end is brilliant. You might think it's open-ended. It's up to your perspective, of course, but trust me, you'd love it, and please give it a read. Now that I'm done with all the best books that I read in 2025 so far, it's time to say goodbye. I hope you like this video, and please subscribe to my channel. I'll come back maybe soon. Let's meet again. Bye bye.